This is in the matter of Roe, Tyndall, Edwards children, file 22223.
Okay, we are on record this afternoon for a review, permanency planning hearing, and a pretrial as it relates to one of the parents, Mr. Edwards. May I have the names of our participants, please?
Lee Heiss, lawyer guardian ad litem.
Ms. Tasha Thomas, counsel for the department.
Jessica Majori, foster worker, foster institution.
I didn't get your name.
Okay.
Sorry.
Francesca Majori, foster care worker from Fostering Solutions.
Samiris Hennigan on behalf of Mr. Edwards.
Okay, now you can unmute Mr. Edwards and tell us your name.
Darnell Edwards.
Thank you. There's been a bit of background noise coming from you, so you may see me come across and mute you today. Okay, Mr. McFarland?
Sorry, I was in the back room here.
Well, here we are, ready to go. Who would you like to represent? You're on for Ms. Alexia Rowe.
That's correct, Your Honor, that's fine. I've been representing her in the past.
Is Ms. Rowe with us today? Okay, we have one Samsung attempting to join audio, so perhaps to her. In the meantime, let's go ahead and, join. So who's joining us from the, that's a gentleman. That is. Okay, so who's coming in from the Samsung?
That's me, Alexia.
Okay, so Ms. Rowe is with us. That's great. Welcome. And who's the other Samsung?
Trevon Rowe.
Ron Rowe? Trayvon Rowe. Okay.
Trevon Rowe.
Okay, welcome.
Is Ariel here?
I don't have Ariel logged in until you want to.
I
reach
will
out to
text her, Your Honor. Text her. We are on the 132 RPGAL.
No, it is Alexia Rowe. Okay, well, Mr. Rowe, as we await your attorney, we'll just attempt to avoid talking about your case until she's here to join us. Okay?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
She's not she.
Who's joining us from phone number ending in 2624? Your name, please? We have a caller. 215-652-6224.
Is it 215-2624?
Yes.
That would be my mom, Gloria Elliott.
Okay, thank you. All right. Well, I appreciate you turning on your video, but given your connection, I'm going to go ahead and stop your video feed in hopes that that improves the audio. Okay. Ms. Heiss.
Thank you, Your Honor. I visited with the children face to face. The older two children are with their father and doing well. They moved residences in this last review period. The home is clean and neat. Father is employed to provide for the children. They're happy to be where they are. They also get access to their younger siblings who stayed in care. When I visited those two younger siblings, the idea is that those two legally belong to Mr. Rowe because he's married to Alexia. However, it's my information that there is some DNA test circulating. It is not a state provided DNA test, so I don't know that it's credible enough for the court, but that says that the youngest child is not biologically the issue of Mr. Rowe. So Mr. Rowe lives in Florida and he is interested in placement of the two children who are in relative foster care, but not with a parent. So the child that Mr. Rowe believes to be his Danny is generally ready to go and has been visiting with her dad on Zoom, and she had an in-person visit and everything seems to go okay. The placement seems to think that she's okay to go to dad. But we have this issue because little sister is legally this man's, however, if it's not biologically his. So I would ask you to order a DNA test that we can rely on for Mr. Rowe with the youngest child. Mr. Rowe was denied ICPC placement of his children, but since then, we've gotten lots of documentation from his attorney showing all the things that he's doing to be a good placement for Danny. So we're progressing, mother is not, she hasn't visited with the children, which is confusing. It's damaging to their bond with her that she has still not progressed in services, but that is the status. There isn't any area that she is benefiting from services to the extent that reunification should be considered. That concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, welcome, Ms. Berger. I should note for the record, she's been with us since pretty much the outset of the report, but would you like to put your appearance on record?
Yes, good afternoon. Thank you, Your Honor. Ariel Berger here on behalf of Father Trevon Rowe. He also is appearing on Zoom today.
Yes. You've already welcomed him. All right, testimony today, Ms. Tip, or Ms., I knew I was gonna do that today because I saw Troy this morning. Ms. Tom.
Ms. Madrid, please.
You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Good afternoon, Ms. Madrid. For today's hearing, you have supplied a court report and then 7 additional attachments, including the case service plan for both respondent parents, 1 drug screen, and then some certifications of completion for Mr. Rowe, and then a safety plan drafted by the agency of Mr. Edwards. Are there any modifications or updates that need to be made to any of those documents?
None at this time.
As Ms. has indicated, the 2 older children are with Mr. Edwards currently, is that correct? And then the 2 younger children are with maternal relative?
Yes.
And currently, does there remain a substantial risk of harm to the children if they were to be returned to Ms. Rowe's care and custody today?
To Ms. Rowe, yes.
And can you please just briefly summarize what that risk of harm would be?
Yes. She has not rectified any of the reasons that the children came into care. They would still be exposed to parental substance abuse, improper supervision, and homelessness.
And what services has the agency offered to help Ms. Rowe address those barriers to reunification?
We have offered her weekly face FTMs, supervised parenting time, transportation assistance, Parkside Family Counseling referral, Lenawee Community Mental Health referral, Community Action Agency referral, Housing Help with Lenawee referral, Lenawee Development Corporation for drug screens for Ms. Rowe, for medical disorder rehab for Ms. Rowe, Harbor Light Rehabilitation for Ms. Rowe, Flint Odyssey Rehabilitation Facility for Ms. Rowe.
And has Ms. Rowe participated in any of the referrals, services that the referrals have been made for?
She has participated very minimally in engaging with the pregnancy center in order to do parent education, and then she briefly engaged with Flint Odyssey House for rehabilitation for substance abuse.
At this time, has she had any parenting time with the children?
During this reporting period, she only visited 1 time.
And is it your recommendation to maintain supervised parenting time for Ms. Rowe?
No, it is my recommendation to ask for suspended sentence.
What would the risk of harm to the children's health or physical mental well-being be if they were to have parenting time with Ms. Rowe?
Well, at this time, because we have scheduled parenting time, she has consistently not confirmed or not done any of her drug screens in order to visit with her children. That is 4 children that we have to plan for, transport, make aware that the visit is happening. And just during the whole reporting period, the children have constantly been waiting for mom to confirm her visit. They've been told that they're going to visit and then the visit doesn't happen, more than likely. So just the constant up and down of not knowing if the visit is going to happen has really affected the older kids especially. The younger kids are with the maternal grandmother, so they're constantly distracted, and I feel like that helps. But again, not seeing their mother doesn't help their bond.
And so, is your testimony that there would be an emotional risk of harm to the children if there were parenting time?
Yes.
And as it relates to Mr. Rowe, your report indicates that he's like pretty much in full compliance with this case service plan, correct?
Pretty much.
And he is getting parenting time via Zoom or electronically, correct?
Yes, he did come up to Michigan during this reporting period for 2 days, and we would just like to see that more.
And is there any reason to continue supervised parenting time with him? Or are you requesting unsupervised?
We would request a discretion to gradually move to semi-supervised and then unsupervised. He has just recently engaged in services, and in order to see him benefit from those services and demonstrate those skills in parenting time, we could move towards unsupervised eventually.
And I'm not sure if he'll have the answer for us, but as it relates to the ICPC process, is it possible for Mr. Rowe to be re-evaluated?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and how often can that referral or request be made?
I'm not sure about that.
Okay, and is that something you've discussed with Mr. Rowe, is requesting another ICPC study?
Not yet.
As it relates to his two children, Ms. Tyson indicated that perhaps the older one of the two would be ready to be placed with dad. Do you have an opinion on that, or is there any information you can provide the court?
He has made great progress, Mr. Rowe, during this reporting period in his services. We would just like to see, because of that ICPC denial, more than one reporting period of benefiting from the services and maintaining those services in order for us to consider that.
As it relates to Mr. Edwards, he is currently he's a named parent on the petition, but the court does not have, has not adjudicated him at this time. One of the things attached to your court report is a safety plan regarding the conditions of his home. Since you've made that safety plan, have those conditions been rectified, and are there any outstanding concerns about the children being placed with him still?
Since we created the safety plan and did multiple home visits, he has rectified those issues. And I do believe that the children are doing fine with him. It was just more of a communication issue with Mr. Edwards, and ensuring that I was able to get a hold of him in order to get a hold of the children, which has also improved.
Is there anything else you'd like to bring to the court's attention from your court report, or something that maybe is not in it?
No.
With that, Your Honor, I have no further questions of Ms. Madrid and would move to admit her court report with the attachments.
No objections.
No objections, Your Honor. I have no objection.
No objection.
Thank you. And the report and the attachments are admitted. Questions, Ms. Berger?
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Madrid, is there anything specifically that my client should be working on to achieve reunification with his daughter quickly?
We are currently working on the psychological evaluation and getting that scheduled. I know he's had a really hard time to find a provider in Florida. So we were currently working on that. We would also like to see him attempt to come to Michigan and visit face-to-face with this girl, specifically Danny, more, and work on that bond, as well as just continuing and maintaining his services.
Okay. And would there be a specific harm if returned to him today?
Based on the ICPC denial from DV, I would say yes, just because he recently just started services, so we would like to see him benefit from those a little bit more.
And have you reviewed the unofficial genetic test that's been floating around?
Yeah, yes.
Do you know like what service that's through, or if we've relied on that in the past?
I don't know the service that it's through. I do believe he just did it on his own during his face-to-face visit when he came to Michigan, so I'm not exactly sure the service provider he used, but it did indicate that the child was not his.
Okay. And can we work on getting a formal genetic test?
Yes, if it's ordered today, I can do that.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I have no questions. No further questions.
Mr. McCrum?
If mother wished to re-engage in services, where should she focus her attention?
Substance abuse.
And can you maybe break that down a little bit further for us?
Yes, if she is willing to communicate with me, I can help get her to some kind of rehabilitation facility and participate in that and actually benefit from it and complete it. That would be the first step. I do believe her substance use right now is very critical and at an all-time high, and she's just not engaging as far as communication with me in order to provide those services to her. So I would say rehabilitation would be the first step, and then doing drug screens on a consistent basis to show sobriety if she is.
So if she does re-engage, right, would you then consider changing your mind in some type of supervised parenting time?
If she is engaging on a consistent basis, yes.
So rather than just suspending her parenting time, would you like the ability to control parenting time?
Yes.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
No questions, Your Honor.
Ms. Heiss?
In the ICPC denial for Mr. Trayvon Rowe, there was supposed to be a hearing in his case in May of this year. Do you know any outcomes from that?
Not at this time. I know that he was put on probation in May, and I did inquire as to see if that case is the same related to his probation.
Okay.
That was last year. It was last year.
Okay, we'll give you a, hang on, we gotta go one at a time. We'll give you a chance to testify, I promise.
I'm not sure.
Is Mr. Edwards and his girlfriend are expecting a baby, correct?
Yes, I believe she was born yesterday.
Oh, she was born, okay. And then do you have approved caregivers for that family?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Nothing further.
Okay, any redirect?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you for your testimony. We return your seat. Anyone else?
Not this time, Your Honor.
Ms. Berger?
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Rowe, can you hear me still?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
All right, let's have him sworn, Deputy Ames. Mr. Trayvon, he's available to his place.
Please raise your right hand, sir.
Hold on, there it goes.
You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, Trayvon, you wanted to clarify for the court the status of your probation and any criminal cases?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was put on court probation last year of May, and I'm getting off it here next month.
So you
And
were put on
everything's been taken care of.
probation. You were put on probation May of 2022.
Yes.
And was that for the DV incident?
That they dropped the charges for that. DV.
Okay, so what are you on probation for?
Criminal mischief.
Is that what the DV was pled down to?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, did you say criminal mischief?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure I got that. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
And that was a misdemeanor, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And when are you set to be off probation?
And here August.
Perfect. Okay. Do you have anything else you want to testify today too?
No, ma'am.
Okay. I don't have any other questions for you, but some of the other attorneys may, okay?
Mr. Rowe, can you clarify for us, are you currently seeking placement of both children that are presumed to be yours?
I was doing the DNA on the one, but I would most definitely take both of them.
Okay, thank you for the clarification. And no further questions, Your Honor.
Any questions, Mr. McFarland?
Oh, thank you.
Ms. Hennigan?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Tyson?
Mr. Rowe, are you still married to Alexia Rowe?
Yes, and I have the paper should have been sent up there, of the divorce papers.
Okay, and on that divorce paperwork, are both children included?
I believe so.
And then, I have information, and I don't know if it's right, but I have that you were arrested last August, so about a year ago, for burglary and property damage. What happened to those charges?
Because they was dropped as all just a criminal mischief. There were
Okay.
2 different cases. They settled the one, and the other one is dropped.
The DNA test, is that something that you did on your own?
Yes, me and Debbie. They
I'm sorry. Are you willing to do another one so that we can look at the science that think that we can see through a test?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. If you're unable to get a psychological evaluation, couldn't you do it while you're here visiting next time?
Yes, I just need help like finding the right what exactly they want, because there's a couple of different ways, I guess, that they want to try to do it. Because down here they want to do for like a month that they go into a home or something. I said I need an outpatient one. They don't do outpatients here.
Okay, and then, okay.
How many more times would you like me to come up there?
Well, we're trying to build the bond between you and at least one child, if not both. So you've been video calling them, right?
Yes, I video call them at least 3 times a week.
All right, so, until they get familiar with you, we'd like to have you come up and start getting more independent in parenting. Do you parent any other children?
Yes, my girlfriend.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
My girlfriend?
So do any children live with you?
Yes.
What are their ages?
12 and 15.
Okay, and are they your children or not your children?
Not my children.
Okay, thank you. I have nothing further.
Okay, any redirect? Ms. Berger?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
So, okay. All right, Mr. McFarland,
Your Honor, do I have a client yet?
you do. She's all checked in. Ms. Rowe, did you wish to testify today?
Yes.
Thank you. I was going to say I'd like her to testify anyway.
Yes. I've terminated her video feed because her audio was a little glitchy.
Mr. Rowe, this is Deputy Ames. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you please raise your right hand? Let me know when it's raised.
It's raised.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Alexia, did you hear what Ms. Madrid say she would like your principal focus to be right now if you wish to re-engage?
Yes, I did.
And do you wish to re-engage?
Yes, I do.
Do you think that you could schedule a meeting with Ms. Madrid to get back on track?
I can do that right after court.
Okay. And would you be willing to drug test, since that's something that she might ask of you?
Yes.
Okay, okay. And what is your position on parenting time? Do you wish to visit with the children?
Yes, I have been. I went Thursday to Court Commons to do my drop. The lady, Michelle there, she advised me to drink some more water because I wasn't able to pee. So when we went back into the restroom, it took a couple minutes and I told her that I felt like I was about to pee, and she was walking out the door. I told her not to leave yet because I was about to pee in the cup, and she still continued to leave out the bathroom, and I was unable to get up, and get her again because I was using the bathroom. So Thursday, I wasn't able to have my visit because of that. I was going to go drop today after court because my visit's supposed to be 3 to 5. And it's already canceled.
Whoops, I lost you there. You said
Hello?
3 to 5? You said your visits are
Yeah, 3
supposed to
to
be
5
3 to
today, but
5?
it's already canceled.
Okay. Is it canceled because of this court date or because of the drug test you were unable to take?
I guess confirmation, but I thought it was 3 to 5, and I was gonna go drop right after court.
Let me ask you this, would it also be possible for you to call, let's say, 24 hours or 12 hours in advance and let Ms. Madrid know if you're going to keep your visit?
Yes.
Do you need help getting into drug rehab or anything like that?
No.
Do you intend to go to rehab or what's your position there?
I don't think I need it. I think I can do it without.
Are you attending NA?
Yes, I have.
Okay, and have you provided proof of that to Ms. Madrid?
Not yet, no.
Okay, so you have proof that you can give to her?
Yes.
And will you bring that with her when you schedule that meeting with her?
Yes, I can.
What about housing, transportation, or seeking employment, anything like that? Anything else that we can do for you?
I have an interview for a dietary aid, and then I also have an interview coming up at Hampton's Manor assistant living home.
Okay, guess we can look forward to meeting Ms. Madrid and getting back on track. Have we covered everything that you want us to cover?
Yes.
Thank you. Nothing further.
Questions, counselors, Ms. Thomas?
I just want, Ms. Rowe, are you, the requirement for you to participate in parenting time or for parenting time to continue is a confirmation and drug screen by noon the day of, correct?
Yes.
And what is preventing you from doing that?
Well, I had just got a new phone. My phone that I had just bought not even 2 months ago was broke, so I had to wait for it to come in the mail. I had just got it. I dropped my phone bill down to $30 a month, and I paid that yesterday, and now they're saying I need to pay $65 for my phone to be on. So as of right now, I'm using people's Wi-Fi, and it's kind of hard, to get into Wi-Fi when I'm not around it all the time.
If your phone's issue also prevents you from drug screening before noon?
No.
Okay, thank you. I have no further questions.
Okay, let's go to Ms. Berger next.
No questions, Judge. Thank you.
Ms. Henry.
No questions, Judge, thank you.
Nothing further. No further witnesses.
Just briefly, Ms. Rowe, have you heard the testimony today that there may be DNA question about Serenity's paternity?
Yes.
Are you willing to work with the caseworker to name someone else if the paternity is found to not be Mr. Trevone Rowe?
Yes, there would only be 2 people.
2 total or 2 other besides Trevone Rowe?
2 other besides him.
Okay, and are you willing to give those names and contact information to Ms. Madrid?
Yes, I am.
All right, and then have you received any divorce paperwork from Florida?
No, I haven't.
Have you done anything to start a divorce?
I had, before all this, I had got a divorce packet and sent it, and I have not heard anything about it.
Okay. Thank you, nothing further.
Just brief follow.
Go ahead.
Just in case something happens to you, I hope it doesn't. Can you tell us the name of these two individuals and where they reside?
Yes, one will be John Madison.
And he lives
And
where?
he lives here in Adrian, Michigan. I am unsure of the phone number.
Wait, that's fine. Who's the other individual?
Manuel Simmons
Where does he live?
and Adrian also.
And you can give that phone number to Miss Madrid, right?
I only have them both on Messenger on Facebook.
Are either of these individuals juniors or seniors? Do you know?
No, they're not.
Thank you. Nothing further.
Okay, any witnesses today? Ms. Hannigan?
Yes, Your Honor, I would call Darnell Edwards, please.
Good meeting. Mr. Edwards?
Mr. Edwards, please raise your right hand, sir. You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Hi Darnell, how are you today?
Not too bad.
Sounds like you didn't get any sleep though. You had a new baby yesterday.
Not much. Not much for the past 2 days.
Okay, well, congratulations on the new addition.
Thank you.
So just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. I see that you have a safety plan that you went over with Ms. Madrid, and you feel like everything has been going fine with that since you went over it.
Yes.
You've been keeping in contact with her more regularly.
Yes, I've been trying to, like, I explained myself to her, like, with the whole all the courts and trying to be emotionally available for the two older ones. Like, they question a lot about their visits and stuff like that. So it takes a lot of my attention. I have full custody of my younger son too. So it's a little different for me, caring for my kids and always remembering and always responding to somebody else about them. But like I told them, it was never like a disrespect thing or a non-caring. It was just more like committed to the family emotional state at that point.
Okay, and you understand that they're asking you to contact them or to maintain at least weekly phone contact with Ms. Madrid?
Yes.
Okay, and if the court makes that an order today, understand that if you don't do that, then you could be held in contempt of court.
Yeah.
So it's very important that you follow through. Also, I know you and I have not talked in a little while, but you are aware that you could reach out to me to get your custody information filed for the children, correct?
Yes.
And you're aware that the DHS involvement would continue until you get custody established.
Yes.
Great. Are the kids excited about the new sibling?
Yeah, they're excited to meet her.
All right, great. No more questions, but there may be some other attorneys that want to ask you questions.
Okay, Ms. Thomas? No questions, Your Honor. Ms. Berger?
None, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. McFarland?
None, Your Honor.
Mr. Edwards, you are unable to get any welfare support for the two children in this case because you don't have custody of them. Is that true?
Yes.
All right, so you don't get food benefits for them?
No, I don't receive any assistance at all whatsoever, food or like child support or nothing.
You qualify though for your other son, is that true?
I've been trying to sort that out too with DHS. They were trying to say he was on another case that I can't get him taken off of, even though I have full custody.
Okay, and then also you've got that issue where one of the children, Jordan, is still not legally on your custody suit, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you work outside of the home, right?
Yes.
And then you support your girlfriend, the new baby, and 3 other children, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Nothing further.
Okay, anyone else we need to hear from today?
No, Your Honor, I have no more witnesses.
Ms. Heiss,
No witnesses, thank you.
comments?
Your Honor, I know that in part we are here for Mr. Edwards' pretrial. The reason he was named as a respondent was because we could not, in the beginning of the investigation, it was hard to get a hold of him, and there was an allegation that he had left his one child with improper care and supervision. Since then, he has actually had custody of his child, and then DNA determined that he was also the father of another child with whom he got placement of as well. There is concern about not naming him as a respondent solely because of these custody orders. But with that being said, he has met with the agency. He has made progress in communicating with them and verifying the conditions of the home for the children. And I do think it is more appropriate for him to be treated as a placement at this time, with the understanding that the NA case for the children themselves could be resolved upon custody orders. I know that for one of the children that might be a little more difficult because we do have a different legal father. And there's a lot of cases that are going to have to be modified based on that. But with that, we also are going to request the suspension of parenting time for Ms. Rowe. She is aware that she's required to confirm and screen by noon the day of her visits. And her inability to, or unwillingness to do so, has left the children very confused, and that emotional harm is present so long as she's receiving visits. I think that Ms. Madrid's request for her to show demonstration of consistency, communication, and her services before reoffering parenting time is appropriate, as it would be indicative of her ability to maintain some consistency around them as well. Of course, the agency always welcomes that re-engagement and hopes that she does take advantage of the services offered. But otherwise, we would continue to request a 90-day review on her matter. Thank you.
So, did I hear you right? You're requesting that Mr. Edwards be released as a respondent parent?
Yes, Your Honor.
So let's address that, counselors. Objections?
No objection, Your Honor.
No position.
No position, Judge.
Ms. Heiss?
My position is that Ms. Hennigan was gonna help him with that custody order. I don't know that he has any funds to hire her privately, although it's not her responsibility through her public defender appointment. I don't think we're gonna get anywhere if he doesn't get some help. And I don't know what else. He and I talked about going to Community Action Agency and asking for their poverty law program, and he seemed familiar with that, but then we remember that he's got Ms. Hennigan, so he understands, the father is motivated to get us these extra appointments out of his calendar. Not that he means any disrespect to any of us, but that his family has enough on their plate. So he understands that we're waiting for that custody, and that he said the other day he might go down in front of the court himself and just present himself. He doesn't know who his caseworker was, and just see if they can't get something based on placement or something. Anyway, so that would be my only reason to not eliminate him as a respondent. It gives him access to some legal support, but that's my only position.
Thank you. I do find that to be persuasive. I know Ms. Hennigan had volunteered last time we were here in order to help with that, and the Public Defender's Office had also approved that. So Mr. Edwards, it's gonna be the order of the court today that you meet with her within 30 days of today's review hearing to take advantage of that opportunity to get that in place. Do you have any question about the court's expectations for you on that point?
No, ma'am. I will actually reach out to her tomorrow because we're supposed to be leaving the hospital tomorrow, and I can definitely reach out to her tomorrow.
Very good. The idea is to get that in place so that you don't have to keep coming to court hearings either, right? So help us help you, if you will. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So the motion is denied. We'll reset the pretrial for next time, and that will hopefully get us on our way to resolving that particular issue. Any other comments in closing, Ms. Hennigan?
No, Your Honor, I think that's all been covered.
Your Honor, as my client indicates that she wishes to re-engage, we would ask that the agency have discretion of parenting time. I'd hate to see parenting time terminated, and then have a re-engage and not be able to have that. So we ask that be at the discretion of the agency. And I hope that she does re-engage here, Your Honor. It sounds as though she has an interest to do so. Thank you.
Ms. Berger, any comments?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. At this time, we would ask for an expedited review in relation to my client. I know that there are some things that the agency wants him to continue working on. However, since the last court date, I think he has shown nothing but improvement. He's gotten a handle on all of the matters that they've asked him to. He will work on more in-person visits, but at this time we are asking for some sort of unification program to be entered for an expedited review and for a formal DNA test, so we can either definitively work on a change of placement for the youngest child, or we can rule that child out. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Berger, I have today is set for his initial disposition. Have you had a chance to meet with him or talk with him at all about the case services plan that I have in front of me? Do you find it to be appropriate?
I haven't spoken with him specifically about that case plan service, Your Honor, but we have had an opportunity to talk, and he is agreeable to the services that are requested of him.
Okay, any comments?
No comments from me.
Well, the court finds all interested parties were given notice for purposes of today's review hearing. I do find reasonable efforts towards the appropriate goal of reunification are being made. Those are being documented and facilitated by Ms. Madrid. Thank you so much. Thank you also to Ms. Heiss for her efforts and satisfaction of her obligations.
Thank you.
As it goes for Ms. Madrid, we've got a couple of specific special homework assignments for her. And she's nodding, she knows it's coming. We've talked about it already. Please renew that request for ICPC investigation into Mr. Monroe, and also see what you can do to facilitate DNA testing for him as it comes to that other child. I believe that child is SR. And so that will be in today's order to assist you in completing those things in the event that you need to show that there's a court order for that. And if you need anything else in order to support that, effectuating that, please let me know. Ms. Heiss and Ms. Thomas are very familiar with our process for getting little things like that in place. There will also be, of course, the renewed pretrial as it relates to Mr. Darnell Edwards to look at whether or not he's making any progress towards the custody matter so that we can release him from jurisdiction, as well as those two children. And congratulations on the newest one as well. As it relates to the children, where they're placed, we have two with a parent and two with a relative, and the two with a relative are getting some time with their father virtually, as well as his visits in Michigan. So I would note that I would ask the department to expand that visit in Michigan to include overnights. So we'll go ahead and say that the department has the discretion to allow unsupervised or supervised parenting time, understanding that obviously he's coming from a great distance, and we want to try to do what we can to facilitate that bond and a safe but productive. So that will be it for Mr. Rowe. He will also be subject to the case services plan that was provided to the court today for purposes of his initial disposition. It is appropriate to target some of the areas that he's already demonstrating he's happy to make efforts in. And hopefully by the next time we come back for our next review hearing, we'll have some answers. I would love to say that an expedited review hearing would be useful, but I know from our experiences previously that an ICPC investigation, as well as a referral for DNA testing in another state, is going to take some time. So if something happens and we need a review hearing sooner than that, I'm happy to try to find a little space in there. But at this point, I'm just going to schedule his regular review with our next regular review for all parents and all children, and that will be October 24th at 11 a.m.
Your Honor, if I may also, I don't know that we've had a permanency planning hearing in this case. I know that we've had a lot of procedural issues, but the children were removed early October 2022. And so I'm not sure if we need to schedule a permanency planning hearing before then.
You just had one.
Oh, this is it? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Your Honor, I'm
Yes.
sorry.
So I'm reaffirming, based on the testimony that I've heard today, as well as the court report and all the information I have before me, it appears that reunification is absolutely the appropriate goal. Ms. Madrid did as much when she supported the placement of the children where they are, and that she's actually working towards reunification still with the other parent. And that it's appropriate to, of course, allow Ms. Alexia Rowe to continue working on her services. So look forward to looking at the case again on October 24th at 11 a.m.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Any questions? That's it.
And Your Honor, will your order reflect parenting time for Ms. Rowe?
Yes, thank you for that question. So before you check out, Ms. Rowe, your parenting time will be reduced to weekly, and she will be required to confirm ahead of time. What is the current situation with confirming?
Confirming before noon and doing your drug screen report.
Okay, would it be useful to you to have a confirmation before noon? Or is that just like 2 hours ahead of your usual visits, or 2 or 3 hours?
If she does it before noon, that's plenty of time for her and for us.
Okay, all right. So we'll do it that way, especially in light of her recent attempts, and hopefully that you'll be able to take advantage of that. If it continues to be an issue, bring it back to me, please, and we'll look at further reduction of time pending our next review here. Because I understand completely the concern about the mental and physical, or the mental and emotional risk of harm to the children. And upheaval associated with, am I gonna see mom, am I not gonna see mom, is of course very stressful on top of the temporary situation that's already in place. So I do recognize that, but I also recognize that Ms. Alexia Rowe does need to have an opportunity to build that bond. So, and we'd like to see her taking those drug tests. So for those reasons, we'll reduce it, require the confirmation ahead of time. And again, you know, if a few more weeks are happening and we're still at the same place, please get a hold of me through Ms. Heiss or Ms. Thomas, and we'll look at further reductions. And that's a signal to you, Ms. Rowe, that we're looking for you to get serious about that. We wish you the best of luck as you move forward, and